A fifth, I think. That was funny.
That was we call it an insta harmony. We also call it good luck.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy
Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let's see. Chat is pulled up. I hope we sound all right. Look at these two. Mario, what up, dude? Happy Friday. Mario, longtime friend of Balaguer, supporter of what we do as well as the live streams. Shout out, man. Happy Friday. Kai, yo, what's up, dude? We've got an announcement or two for you, so stick around.
That's right.
Long in the making, only for you, not for anybody else. We're gonna shut the stream down. Send you a message.
Kai. Yeah.
Brandon, what's up, dude? Happy Friday. Brandon, who just got some update photos of some sick select customs.
That's right.
He jokingly posted in the Facebook group because he emailed yesterday and was like, "Yo, what's the scoop?" And then I sent him the update photos today. He was like, "If I just waited one more day," I'm like, "Dude, don't even sweat it. That's us 100% of the time."
Yeah.
You know, we suffer from the same. FOMO of you've got the guitar on order and it's like, oh, if I email them, maybe something like, don't even sweat it, man.
Yeah.
Plus you've always been awesome about supporting us. So,
right.
Anyway, new lighting looks great. Thank you, man. Mario has been with us since the old streaming days when we started with some hilarious setup and then progressively got better. I'm happy to say.
Yeah.
We both went back and looked at them while we were sort of rebuilding the studio to see, what we liked, what we didn't like, what we could improve.
Yep.
And we were pretty happy with that. And it was great for what we had. But this is definitely on another level. So thank you for noticing and for the kind words.
Appreciate it.
Let me adjust the screen so I can see chat a little better. Sweet. Brandon says gassing over here. Yeah, man, definitely don't blame you. And the kids would say that straight gas. That's that unleaded, high octane.
Gassed up.
We're gonna fuel you up with that high octane. No. But thanks everyone for dropping in. Yep. So it is Friday. For those of you who have not been here before, this is Mr. Joe Balaguer. I am Herr Jakob Trowbridge, and we are doing the Friday live stream. We do this every other Friday here at BGHQ in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. And we talk about everything related to guitar, the Balaguer goings-ons, and sort of just, music stuff in general.
Yeah.
So if it's your first time, thank you for being here. If it's not your first time, thank you for coming back. And we've got a bunch of cool things to talk about today. So we're going to talk about some things that you've probably seen us announce recently. We're going to talk about those things in detail, a little more detail. We're also going to talk about sort of what Joe specifically in the early days built Balaguer to look like and sort of how we've tailored it to best explain what we do, the guitars we make, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Because
as we're early on in the YouTube live streaming process, we want people to be able to look at these and as a sort of reference if they want to.
Yeah, learn a little bit about what we do.
Yeah.
How we do it.
Yeah, exactly. So getting started, announcements, cool things. Number one, you've probably seen this post if you follow us on Instagram, which, by the way, we're approaching 100,000 subscribers or followers on Instagram, which is crazy.
It is. Yeah.
We are going to do a giveaway at 100,000 subscribers.
It's very true.
We don't know what it is yet. You're the first to hear about it.
Jake's soul.
Jake's soul. Not much there to give away, my friend. It is black as the night is dark. But no, we are going to do a giveaway. So
something cool.
Stay tuned for that because that'll be fun.
Yeah.
We don't know if we'll make it a contest or if it'll just be a straight up giveaway, but we'll do something really cool and do something to commemorate that because the support from everyone on Instagram, Facebook, and really in the forums in the old days.
Oh, yeah.
The community that we built there, that Joe built there by himself at first, and then it built into everything. It's a big part of the success of the company and what we do, so we try and give back when we can.
Yeah.
But you've probably seen us post earlier this week, in fact, yesterday, I think, that we will be at Guitar Summit this year. So, Guitar Summit, Mannheim, Germany, near Stuttgart, and we are very stoked that Balaguer will be representing. I will be there myself. We're going to be meeting with a bunch of potential European partners as well as some existing European partners, spoiler alert, as well as our UK partners, which we've already talked about a bit. But, you know, in case you don't know, we'll get into some more detail about that in a second.
Sure.
But Guitar Summit in Germany, it is the last weekend in September, and it is for 3 days at the convention center in Mannheim, and it is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
We will have representation of standard series, select series, USA series, stuff,
of everything. Yeah,
a little bit of everything. So if you live in Europe or anywhere across the pond, as we would say, certainly to our UK brethren, Kai, come check it out.
Yeah.
If you've ever had a hard time playing one, or you want to see it in person, or you want to meet, you know, and hang out and just chat, we will be there.
Yeah, tickets are available to the public, which is a little bit different than how NAMM does it in California. So
yeah,
you can buy a ticket on their website, Guitar Summit, and come hang out with Jake.
Yeah, I will be there. I will not be square, and it will be a rad time. So come check it out. We're going to be, like I said, hanging out with, if you missed it, in our last live stream, we talked about it a bit. And in our last live stream, we talked about it a bit, which is we have UK distributorship now.
That's right.
With a great group of people at Strings and Things. And we are going to be announcing the dealers, specific dealers, where you can actually go to a brick and mortar store and play one, in the very near future, but that will be coming. We may even have some information around Guitar Summit time, but be on the lookout for that. And those guitars will be there toward the end of the year. So super stoked about that. Mario, Jake sold his soul for a handful of pinch harmonics. You know it, baby. I do it every day. It's too fun. It's too fun. I used to make fun of Zach Wilde when I was a kid because I was dumb. And now that I'm not dumb, I do it because it's fun. Because that's what guitar playing should be, fun.
It's true.
Is it bigger than NAMM, Mario says? No, it's not. It's definitely more focused.
Yeah.
So, you know, without getting into sort of like the boring businessy stuff, the European market tends to focus more on the higher end stuff. So it's definitely more boutique, more like focused on specific types of instruments and builders. But it is big. It's, like we said, basically the European equivalent of NAMM. It has sort of become that in the recent years.
Yeah, I think it's 3 floors, right?
Yeah, 3 floors at the Rosengarten in Mannheim. And it's this beautiful old building that's been there for I don't even know how long, probably older than America. And it just looks amazing. The people that are going to be there is amazing. It's also a silent show. So unlike NAMM, where you kind of leave feeling like you've been assaulted.
That's so awesome.
It's not that loud. You're supposed to be able to be a little more focused on the conversations, the deal making, and the demos and stuff.
Yeah.
We've partnered in the spirit of keeping things quiet while we're there. We've partnered with some of our longtime friends. So we will have a Quad Cortex there.
Yep.
And we will have a Rev G20 there. So both of which we can run out to headphones, which, you know, is sort of the spiel and what makes some of those rigs so good. Speaking, sorry.
I'm sorry.
No,
we're on the 3rd floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Booth 366.
Yeah.
Dates and info are in the posts. And of course, you can go to guitarsummit.com and check out all their, or it's Google Guitar Summit and go to the website. I don't remember if it's exactly guitarsummit.com. Don't let me lead you astray. But yes, so that will all be set up. It'll be super cool. And we're definitely stoked. Kai says super stoked for UK distribution. So are we, man. It's been a long time coming, and it's something that we're very excited for. The UK specifically is definitely our biggest market outside of North America. You know, that includes Ireland, that includes, you know, just basically that westernmost Europe. Yeah. And the UK specifically. So very cool. Very much looking forward to that. And of
Yeah.
course, you as a longtime supporter will hopefully be able to reap the benefits. Dylan, yo, what's up, man? Finally made it in time. Just got my build updates for a few of mine in the oven. Very excited for these.
Awesome.
Yeah, Dylan, for those of you who don't know, has been around for a while and ordered, hanging out with us, and recently placed some amazingly spec orders
Yes.
during our big Spring for String sale.
Mm-hmm.
And he has some custom finished stuff that is like top of my list. Can't wait to see it finished.
Oh yeah.
So
Really cool
yeah,
specs.
Dylan, 6-spec, and thanks for joining in live. And yeah, we're just as excited as you are for those because they're super cool. For those of you who don't know, typically once or twice a year we'll do a limited number of custom finish slots where you can order a select custom and we'll finish it as long as we can and however you want us to.
Yeah.
We haven't said no yet, so I'm going to say however you can. That's not a challenge, please. But get cool with it. Some of Dylan's are super, super rad.
Yep.
And that's what he jumped in on. So be on the lookout for those too. I mentioned the Quad Cortex. I feel like it's a fair segue into what we usually use for the live stream. Joe and I each personally own Quad Cortexes because they rule.
They do.
And we are using them for the live stream. This is a preset that we built that just has, basic sounds. We go from, JP2C clean, a little bit of chorus, a little bit of delay,
All of that.
a little bit of compression. Crunch tones, which are channel 2 of the JP2C. Dynamic, a little more.
Those are some expensive notes.
And then full-on Uberschall boosted, Tube Screamer boosted Uberschall. Ooh, that was messy. And I can tell Joe wants to show off the next
my favorite
next scene.
favorite scene.
Which is just the same thing as what I just played, but with an octave down, polyoctave on it, which is super sick.
It is.
And then the lead sound, which is the JP2C channel 3.
Show them the wet version.
Oh yes, we like to get wet here, and there is a lead wet, which is I have a wet version of the rhythm and a wet version of the lead. Both of them are flanger, extra delay.
Extra wet.
Extra wet. Keep it wet.
That's right.
So yeah, we do use the QCs. We love them. We're stoked to have them in our NAMM booth, and we'll have them at Guitar Summit as well. Yeah. Let's see. Kai, am I solely responsible for that? Not solely, but I tell you what, I'll give you some credit. I'll even cut you in on the royalties the next time we see each other. I'll buy you like McDonald's or something. Like a cheap lunch, because I'm a cheap date. Yeah. No, seriously though, thank you for always supporting us and being a shout out in the UK. It's been really awesome. Mario says the list of performers is insane. Will you get to see any of them? The list of performers is insane in a way that like kind of NAMM used to be that way. Not that they don't do performances, but they're mostly like after party style things.
Yeah.
Guitar Summit is big on the actual performances that are there, like during the show. I really hope to catch some of them. We'll see. Let me know who you're most excited to see. Maybe I'll sneak a photo for you. Not sneak as in sneak a photo of them, but like, I really like the selfie thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a creep. Hey, Gianluca, what's up, man? Thanks for joining in. Good to see you again. Also got a recent Select Custom update.
Yep.
And super rad all around, dude. Kai says no Stream Deck today. Oh, we just keep talking while we're playing right now, but I can shut our voices off because we sound real dumb, and we'll play a little bit of just guitar. There we go. Sorry about that. I realized I was demoing the tones without the. See, I'm still getting used to the Stream Deck thing. Good shout out though.
It's only the second episode.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
We're easing into it.
Yeah. Thanks for the shout out though. So yeah, full on QC stuff, which is rad. And we'll be at Guitar Summit, also rad.
Yep.
Something else you've probably seen us post about recently. And by recently, I mean we sent out a newsletter and we just posted about it today and we hinted at it yesterday in the Balaguer Facebook discussion group.
That's right.
So if you're not a member of the Balaguer Facebook discussion group, affectionately known as the BGG,
Got him.
BGFBDG.
I was waiting for him to mess that up one of these days.
That's been an inside joke for a long time.
Every other day, he's just spot on.
I love it. The BGFBDG
Yeah.
is, we post stuff early in there. We also talk about spec
Yep.
and work through what we might do for production or for custom stuff, options. So if you want to be on the cutting edge of
right.
Balaguer news, an ultimate Balagarian, check out the Facebook discussion group. We talk about everything in there and it's a lot of fun. A lot of the guys and gals who are in the live stream chat first met us there. It actually wasn't through ordering guitars originally. They would get to know us, then they'd order a guitar. Then they were in on the Facebook live streams, and now they're in on the YouTube live streams. So getting in on the ground floor and all that. But yeah, be sure to join. We talk about all sorts of cool stuff.
Yep.
But the thing that we posted, more importantly, Labor Day sale.
Yes.
So most countries have some version of Labor Day. In America, it is this weekend.
Yep.
It is this next week. It is Monday. So this is Labor Day weekend. So from today, live now, until midnight on Monday.
That's right.
So basically Tuesday, you have the option to get 10% off of anything on the website. Obviously, we would recommend you put that toward a select custom build, like this one, which this is a fun one that I did a long time ago. Longtime viewers will be familiar with this guitar. It is a Woodman. It is baritone scale, 26.5. We do baritone scales up to 30 inches.
We do.
This one has our fission buckers in it now, and they are. We offer a bunch of different pickups, not just from us, although our pickups do rule. We also offer pickups from other brands, Bare Knuckle, Seymour Duncan, Porter, Lambertone. And if you don't see a pickup, we can usually get it anyway. If you like DiMarzios, if you like Lundgrens, if you like whatever, those are there. For bass players, we have Nordstrands.
Yeah, cool little update. Today, we just opened an account with Lundgren.
Yes.
So we're going to be adding those to the builder here soon.
Hell yeah. And we've been getting a lot of requests for them. So it's something we've been stoked to do for a while. They're very popular for a good reason, or for many good reasons, and we're stoked to have them. So you've heard it here first, folks. So that's 10% off. Like I said, that's everything. There are no like off-limits spec. You want an Evertune, baritone scale, metallic finish, HSH, custom wiring, like whatever you want. It's all part of the sale. So be sure to check that out. If you're on the fence, now would be a good time. It's going to be a while before we do something like that again. So be sure to check it out. And yeah, so Labor Day weekend, like I said, it's from now. It's already started
Yep.
until Monday at midnight. No matter where you are in the world, you
Yep.
don't have to be a denizen of the United States of America. But it is our Labor Day, and we would like to riff as hard as we work.
Yeah, and it's site wide, like Jake said. So whether it's a select custom, a pre-order for one of our runs that are currently in production,
Yep.
in stock guitars and basses.
Yep.
So anything on the website, even guitar straps. So yeah, the coupon code is gimme10.
Give me 10.
Yeah.
I got 10 on it.
So GIMME and then the number 10.
Yes, and the code is posted in the, or is
on the socials,
outlined in the social posts and stuff, so you don't have to remember it right now.
Yeah.
But check it out.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
It is.
You might even say it's chill, freeze, cool. But yeah, cool sale. So it'll be fun. Sorry, just wanted to catch up on chat real quick.
Yep.
So Guitar Summit, we will be there next month. Super stoked for that. Labor Day sale this weekend, 10% off everything. Check it out. Pretty rad. And yeah, those are the big announcements lately.
Yep.
So on to the main topic of today. Now that we've caught up on the BG spiels.
Yes.
Since we're still live streaming, or I should say, since our live streaming career on YouTube is still relatively new, we want to talk a little bit about what we do. These first couple of episodes are a little intro to the brand, so to speak.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about the series.
Yes.
We have a handful of series. Each series is made of different types of guitars, and we feel like it's really straightforward. Most people who've been around the brand a long time feel that it's pretty straightforward, but we just want to go through it so that it's sort of an easy reference for everyone.
Yeah, and I think it's a good opportunity to also open the floor to you guys to see if there's any questions.
Yes.
Or things need clarification per series, things like that. So I think it's just generally a good thing to kind of chat about every now and again.
100%. So we kind of, we sort of refresh everything. And like you said, it's a great opportunity to sort of catch up. And of course, anyone in the chat who has any questions about any of this stuff, there are no dumb questions. Sometimes we get confused about our own other stuff. Like, it's okay. Just ask. We'd be happy to clear it up. I know last live stream, Gianluca had some really great questions about some of the things we had going on. It was a good chance for us to sort of just throw that stuff out there. So let us know. But jumping straight in. So the USA series, our USA made guitars, which are made in the USA, in case you couldn't pick up on that. There are basically two versions of USA made guitar here at Balaguer. There is the USA series, which I just mentioned, they are made in batches. So a lot of you will be familiar with the Espada USA series that we did last year and the year before that, which had like relic nitro finishes, finish over finish, super pristine metallic sparkle finishes, I should say sparkle finishes, roasted flame maple everything, hip shot hardware. They're tricked out to the nines, and they're built start to finish here in the States. Then there's the Heritage series, which is also all made in the USA. The Heritage series are made one at a time, completely one-off. There are no runs or anything like that. They're basically made whenever Joe comes into the office, has had too much coffee, and says, I'm going to do something today. And I'm like, oh, cool. Why don't you help me with this? And he's like, no, I'm building this guitar. And I'm like, okay, fine. Jeez. Just kidding. It's not like that at all. They're these really great one-off builds. And I think, what we've done so far with the Heritage stuff has been like really, really cool. We've done metal bodied guitars, which you see a lot of metal necks, not a lot of metal bodies. We did a completely metal body and metal necked guitar. We've done some wicked finish work, some like relicing that goes beyond, the normal stuff. It's like super detailed, in-depth stuff. And it really does, all jokes aside, it's mostly Joe just doing really special stuff.
Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that, Jake. The Heritage stuff is really born out of just wanting to have a creative outlet that is specific to different ideas we have as a brand, not just coming out of my own mind, but if we're having a discussion, if Devin comes up with something, or you come up with an idea, or we think about, oh, we haven't done a guitar in this finish, or oh, we should try this specific spec out. Back when we did, I think this was maybe 2019, it was pre-pandemic. I started thinking about aluminum necks, robot graves, all these different companies that make these aftermarket aluminum parts. And I thought it would be cool to do a completely metal guitar. And it was challenging, but we did it, and it was awesome. And we displayed it at NAMM, and one of our dealers back then scooped it up at the trade show. And now it lives somewhere overseas in the UK. Someone owns it over there. But sometimes it's just born out of like, we've never done that before, so let's try that out. So yes, the heritage builds are one-off builds, mostly a creative outlet. I think eventually we may open it up to order books, meaning, we'll take custom build commissions from customers.
Full custom.
And that'll kind of just be like an intimate conversation between the customer and myself. And I'm looking forward to doing that eventually. We just don't really have the means or time right now to scale to that point.
Yeah, mostly the time. We have the means.
Yeah, but yeah, now, especially now that we have a new CNC machine and a paint booth and everything in the shop.
Shout out.
So yeah, it's been challenging over the years to find time to do all these special one-off builds with not having all the means necessary, but now we do, which is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Jake said, the USA series is really our solution to offering a production instrument, but at the highest level, the apex of what we do. Yes. So incredible quality guitars, while trying to keep it at a price that you would typically see a boutique instrument cost, but maybe slightly less.
Yeah.
And those are all made in the United States, like Jake said. They always come through our shop, whether we're using, hardware from other places or whatever. You can rest assured each guitar is seen with the same care that you would expect a heritage build to have.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Kai says finish over finish is the best finish.
I mean,
we are big fans.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
That is probably Joe's favorite.
It's up there for
boutique
sure.
Finish.
It's up there for sure.
And a really good finish over finish is like, which I'm happy to say I think we do, is like, wow, it's so cool. It has such a vibe to it.
Yeah.
And it's in a way like the ultimate relic. It's just really neat. John, yo, what's up, dude? John Vocal. Getting my first Hyperion in a guitar. Yo. What has been your favorite tone combos, wood, amp, etc., to pair with what pickups? Ooh, that's interesting. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll use that as a transition. So USA made guitars. We have the heritage stuff, which is full custom one-off by Joe, essentially. And then we have the USA series itself, which are production run USA made guitars. Then we get into our select series. This is what most people will recognize us for. And it is basically three things. It is the signature series, which are all artist guitars, full signature models. There is the select series, which are the production runs that we do. Ambient Espada Limited, 30-inch growler run, which I know Kai has one of those. That falls into that category. And then the select customs, which the select customs, in a way, sort of sit between the USA and the select series, but they are select series instruments. Yeah. And they are made by a very small group of people that we've worked with for almost 10 years now in South Korea, who do an incredible job.
Chris, John, Andy, Marco.
Such a good team. And they build these guitars to order. So this is what you're familiar with. That's what this is, a select custom. You spec it, we build it. Bam. That's the gist. Yeah. And John's asking about spec. So favorite combos. And this would be a good segue into that, because with a select custom, you can choose your own body wood, your own neck wood, your own fingerboard wood, your own pickups, all of that stuff. Whatever rig you have or like, you can build your guitar to suit you, suit the rig, suit the gig. We have some really killer artists even artists who have signature guitars, who still build select customs because they want something for a unique use case. A lot of people have mentioned Dan O'Connor's Hyperion, which he has a signature thicket, an actual signature model.
He has an Espada as well, Select Custom Espada.
But he has a Select Custom Espada, Select Custom Hyperion. He plays them live.
Or it's a Typhon, not a Hyperion. The orange Typhon.
Oh, I was thinking of the. Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of Travis's Hyperion.
Yeah, that's another example.
Travis Miguel.
Yeah.
Which is fun, right? Like, it's cool to think that artists, like, yeah, they have their signature model, and that's rad. But I mean, this is basically my take on like a Beau Burchell signature model.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those things exist, but then they're into the brand and guitars and guitar playing beyond just like, we have a signature guitar together.
Right.
And they do their own thing. And it's really rad. And it speaks volumes about their commitment to what they do, our commitment to what we do, and how we work together. Very cool. Don't put that on a t-shirt, but it was good. And I will say favorite tone combos. We'll keep it generic because this could definitely become a rabbit hole.
Sure.
But I'll start. I'll say I have two. I have one for more standard tune stuff, one for more lower tune stuff. More standard tune stuff, it's basically what this is in drop C, so I'm kind of riding the line. But mahogany body, roasted maple neck. I will say rosewood fingerboard for standard tuning stuff. And I like a maple top because I think it adds a little bit of balance to the mahogany body. So essentially like a hybrid FG style guitar where you've got the heavyweight body of like mahogany and plain maple or flame or whatever, maple top, then roasted maple neck and a rosewood board. Mm-hmm. And then for lower tune stuff, swamp ash all the way. I love ash. I think it's that was close. I think it's got the best balance of EQ, the most balanced EQ for the clarity that it provides. Yeah. So for lower tuning, I would say anything drop C and below, really. Mm-hmm. It just provides a clarity that I really, really like. I would probably put a 5-piece neck on it because it's probably going to be more strings or longer scale length. And yeah, that's my go-to. Pickups, I'm an HH guy typically just because I think that I can get all the sounds that I like most out of that. Every now and then, people will know my 7-string is HSH, which is cool because you can get some stratier tones and stuff like that.
For sure.
But yeah, this is actually pretty representative of what I would do.
Awesome.
So long answer, but two good answers in my opinion. What about you?
Didn't he ask amp as well?
Oh, he did. And I will never skip an opportunity to talk about amps. For basically anything up to high gain, give me a Vox anything and I'm happy. An AC-15, honestly, if you can play quietly enough, I think sound better than AC-30s. But if you need the clarity at higher volume, you need the headroom like an actual amp, AC-30. What I love about the Quad Cortex is I can have an AC-15 turn up the volume without turning up the gain.
Yeah.
So AC-15, and then after that, pretty much either an Uberschall or a JP2C or Mesa, 2C plus, something like that. So, if I ever had to have only one amp, it would be a JP2C. But the boosted Uberschall, I mean, flipping heck, just listen to it.
I don't know if it'll come through in the audio on the computer or not, but there's so much defined low end in that tone.
Oh, it's so good.
It's really awesome.
And it's dynamic. It's like, for being a boosted high gain tone, it has a lot of character. It doesn't just sound like another super compressed mid-hump high gain tone. Like it's got a lot of character to it. And then playing the JP2C sounds real quick, just because I did it earlier with the mics on accident. Yeah, for me,
sounds awesome.
The JP2C is pretty unbeatable for what it does, for the versatility, and even the actual amp, like portability, playability, functionality. it's just, whew, it's the best of the best, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
It would be my Desert Island amp, without a doubt. And pickups, I typically like, I mean, it's going to sound like I'm shilling. I'm not, I swear. I played Seymour Duncan in almost everything before I started playing Balaguer, and now I'm about 50-50. So typically, if I'm playing lower gain stuff, I tend to like the Seymour Duncan stuff a lot, just because they do like super vintage spec PAFs and stuff like that, where ours is more like of a modern take on that.
Yeah.
And then for higher gain stuff, it's our stuff all day. I have the fission buckers in this guitar. I have Trueno buckers in my other guitar. I just think and Joe designed them. I can't give myself any credit. I think we make and Joe designed really incredible pickups. The lower gain sounds are great, and they do everything. So it's just hard to argue with. But you pick a thing. I bet I can guess your thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I bet if you could have one spec, I bet it would be alder body, roasted maple neck, ebony fingerboard, HH with medium to high output humbuckers, probably high output. It's either going to be like a modern modded plexi or a Mesa, something Mesa like a Recto, which, you know, can't go wrong there. I think I hit everything. Amp, guitar, pickups. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So that's, you know me very well. Yeah, I mean, I think alder is one of the more balanced, I hate to say tone woods, but
no, you don't say it.
Woods that you would use for guitar body. From a weight perspective, but also just resonance when I play a chord, when I dig in, the way it vibrates against your body, which is definitely something you can tell the difference of between guitars.
But he doesn't want to talk about tone woods, guys.
Well, I don't know how much that attributes to the overall percentage of a guitar's tone. It does to a certain extent, for sure. But alder I've always found to be like a good middle ground between mahogany, something that has maybe a lower resonant peak and is a bit more dark, and then something that's brighter, like ash, like what Jake said he would prefer for an extended range guitar or 7-string. So alder is a good middle ground. Another good wood I would go with is like basswood. It's just not as pretty as alder.
It sounds as soft as it is. It's a nice pillowy sound.
Yeah, it is a softer wood too. It dents incredibly easy. But yeah, so alder body, I prefer maple or roasted maple necks over anything out there. Preferably one-piece quarter sawn, roasted maple neck, ebony fingerboard or Richlight fingerboard. I've been on a Richlight kick lately just because it doesn't fluctuate with temperature and humidity fluctations.
Sounds great. Looks great. Tough to beat.
It would be a cool conversation to have on a future live stream about non-wood options. So we'll
in the vault.
Put that in the vault. Yeah. But everything else Jake said, he hit it right on the head. I'm very simple when it comes to what I want out of a guitar as far as the electronics, 2 humbuckers, normally a hardtail bridge or a Floyd. And yeah, with amps, I love a good modded sounding or boosted sounding Marshall. In my opinion, you can't really beat that for rock and roll. For heavier stuff, Mesa Boogie Dual Rectifier or JP2C. If I could ever find a mixture of those 2 amps, which I'm hoping I will soon, that I think is going to be my bucket list end all be all type of thing. I say that, but we all know.
Whoa! Don't look at me like I'm a judge.
But we all know the journey of tone is never really
never over
ending. So
it is never ending.
But yeah, I mean, if we're talking about specs and what the Select Series and Select Custom Series is all about, it really was born from the demand of our production guitars. This was like 8 years ago or something at this point, of people wanting to mod them. And we just had a really great opportunity with the shop we were working with back then, doing our Korean production guitars, to develop a business idea to do these semi-custom guitars in South Korea and have them sent here, and then we do the quality control and final setup and everything like that. So it's really been a business that has grown internationally together, where it was an idea we had, but as our shop grew, their shop grew, and as we expanded, they expanded. And John and Chris and all of the great people in that shop, like Jake said, we've known for almost a decade now, and we see them every NAMM show, and chance we get to go out to dinner with them, and they're really great people.
Yeah,
and
shout out to John taking us to the best Korean barbecue you ever had in your flipping life.
And we couldn't do the Select Custom Series without them. I think
it's good stuff.
that is one of the more, if I'm not trying to sound too salesman-esque, but it is one of the more unique aspects of what we offer in the guitar industry, because they are great semi-custom guitars for an affordable price, in my opinion, within the market. And yeah, you should definitely go spec one out on our online configurator if you haven't already. If you have, I'm sorry in advance for all of the option paralysis we probably made you have.
And the addiction that comes with the first time you build a guitar in the configurator and can see it.
Well, anytime we add new options or specs to the builder, I have to go in and QA all of the coding and all of that to make sure everything works correctly. And I just find myself like building a bunch of dream builds for myself selfishly in the builder and being like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But
that's awesome.
Yeah.
We were actually talking about that earlier this week, because I posted a mock-up in the discussion group, the Facebook discussion group, because I was just like, I don't know why. Joe was working on this guitar. I saw the black on blue, and I was just like, oh man, and I built one and I posted it, because it's overwhelming, the gas and how it all flows through you. But yeah, that is basically the gist of the Select series. Gianluca, is the reason so spec question, is the reason for no neck through headless models because of the construction of the Vega and the Anomaly?
Yes, it is something we are looking to implement eventually, but the way that we add most specs to our online configurator and just our Select Custom Series in general is based off of demand and also based off of necessity. If we had an overwhelming demand for neck through headless guitars, we would definitely have that further up on the list of things we want to implement into the builder. It is on the list, so don't get me wrong there. It is something we're looking to do. Different jigs need to be made for the CNC. There's a bunch of different limitations currently how we do things with the neck through guitars that we just need to bridge that gap, which is possible. It's just not the most popular option, so we just don't focus on it.
Yeah, but never say never.
Yeah.
Good question though. And yeah, Kai, if you ever get a chance to shoot some content or more content with your growler stuff, we'll always tag you, share it, tag you in it and everything, because
for sure.
Kai, for anyone who doesn't know, Kai has a great YouTube channel, and his video quality, audio quality, everything is top notch, better than ours, arguably.
Definitely definitely check his channel.
Check out Kai Down's channel. He's in the chat. Tell him we sent you. Dylan, let's see. Oh, Gianluca, I would be interested. I put a Hypernova bridge in my upcoming build. Yeah, definitely check it out. Dylan says, Dylan Phelps, any plans to do more signature series runs with Devin? Maybe even a limited run of previous releases?
Yes.
Period.
I don't want to expand the explanation there, just because there are some things that we have planned for NAMM as well as mid next year that is going to be pretty exciting across the board for the artist guitars for the signature series. So I'm gonna be tight-lipped about that for right now.
Yes. Keep your eyes open. Brandon says Dan's Espada is badass. Yeah, it is. It's he did a metallic rose gold Espada that's tricked out. It's triple bound. It's beautiful. He's been playing it live a lot too.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, I think I saw him play live with it with Good Charlotte as well.
Yeah.
Because he also fills in for them when he's not playing in 4 Year Strong.
Yeah.
But
which was super sick. And
yeah, it's a cool build.
Kai says Bo Sig is his favorite for sure. And a buddy of mine is taking the Bo Sig on tour right now. Drop F hardcore stuff. It's fierce.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So Bo's guitars sort of, to me, split the difference. They're like that perfect balance when I was talking about spec earlier. They're ash bodied, drop C or sometimes lower, like, you know, your boy in drop F, but like the clarity that comes from those with the Evertune bridge and the baritone scale length, they're just built to do everything well.
Yeah.
And the tone is insane because Bo does not screw around.
Nope.
And those guitars are ripping. If you find yourself jonesing for a Woodman BB, which is Bo's signature guitar, you should keep a lookout. No spoilers.
Yes.
But, you know, there's something extra cool coming up for those.
It's very true.
So be sure to keep an ear to the ground or the desk if you're on a laptop or whatever. Turn notifications on. Yes. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell.
He beat me to it.
Yes. Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe.
If you don't know what that's from, our first episode 2 weeks ago, I definitely dropped that tagline.
Yes, just like a YouTuber should.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Hit that notification bell.
Hit that notification bell. Oh, that's so awesome. Gianluca, you're describing my taste in guitars. Yeah, we do what we can. Mario, is Richlight a serious option versus Ebony? Yes, it is. I'll be honest, and Joe mentioned it earlier, we've been talking a lot about Richlight lately.
Yeah.
And it really is great. We've had an an amazing influx of Richlight orders recently select custom orders over the last like 6 months or so since we added it to the builder. And they're great. Like in a way that I recently finished a select custom that has an ebony fingerboard, and I wish I'd have put Richlight on it. Like just to have my own, try something different. It's really great. It's super stable. It looks amazing. It sounds amazing.
Just gotta put another guitar into the queue.
Yeah, I know, dude. I'm dying. I had Richlight on that mock-up that I put in the builder earlier this week.
Yeah.
It's in the thicket. So yeah, Richlight rules. Definitely a competitor. It does not sound weird or bad. It sounds like a guitar should. It is made from wood fiber. Like it is not made from some material that doesn't sound like wood. Yeah, and it's very well tested and vetted. I mean, there's Gibson used it years ago, which is crazy to think about. And there's other companies that have adopted it. Aristides uses it on all of their fingerboards for the most part. So yeah, if you're looking for a non-wood option and you live in a crazy climate, not to get too much on a tangent, but definitely check out Richlight. We have that in the builder available. Yeah, we do light and dark versions. So if you want more of an ebony look or more of a roasted maple look, those are options. They have all different colors. Yeah. And if you want some specific hue that they make, let us know. Yeah, we can get it. Not a big deal. It's never a big deal. We'll do anything. Oh boy. I'm going to regret that later. Yeah. Kai says, I think tone wood affecting the unplugged tone is a significant factor people overlook. You almost always hear that unplugged tone. We would agree with you. It's definitely, you know, when you're unplugged, more than anything, it's the resonance that affects you. But you can argue to what degree everything affects the tone of a guitar. Right. But the reality is everything affects the tone of a guitar. To varying degrees, depending on the construction method, depending on, you know, what you do, how you do it, what you equip on the guitar. It's a sum of its parts, right? Like that's what a guitar is. So, you know, when you talk about changing tone woods, body woods, neck woods, you can pretty safely bet that the bigger the piece of wood is, the more impact it has on the tone. You know, when people email in and they ask about it, we typically say things like the body wood is like the foundation, right? The neck is that next little bit. The fingerboard is that next little bit.
Yeah.
You know, the pickups are what contribute to the EQ shaping and to like sort of the overall electric sound. The bridge type can affect how tight or loose the sound is, how airy or how just immediate.
Yeah. Each component has a different set of variables that, you know, it carries in different frequencies, some negative, some positive, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no wrong answer, right? Like, I mean, people play guitars made out of plastic, like crappy old 60s plastic guitars that barely function.
Right.
And if you play them well and you set them up well and you play through a great sounding amp, or you want it to sound trashy or whatever, they sound amazing.
Pickups go a long way.
Yeah, you do what you got to do.
Yep.
I mean, it is about what you like, not what anyone else likes anyway. So who cares? Joe Lucas says, I play that website like it's a game.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Kai says, I've had a 7-string mocked up since my 6-string arrived. That's the way it is, man. Anytime you get a guitar, you're already kind of ready for the next one. And then it's like it builds and builds, and then eventually you place the order.
Yeah.
So yes, we know that feeling very well. Lindsay Nichols, hey, what's up, Lindsay? Cauterizer bridge pickup, is that the heaviest, highest output passive pickup?
Yes, that we offer.
Certainly
yes.
that we offer. Yeah.
It is slightly more output and hotter than our Muramasa. It does have a different makeup of magnet type, how it's wound, the amount of magnets, all that type of DNA of that pickup is very unique to that design. And kudos to Devin Scheidegger. You know, that's his signature pickup. Devin, who plays in the band The Acacia Strain, obviously you probably already know that if you're mentioning it in the chat, but for everyone else, Devin also is the artist relations manager here at Balaguer Guitars.
Yeah, and he's an all-around amazing dude.
Yes,
sick riffer,
Shout
and
out.
is one of the best combinations of insanely brutal and insanely rad that you'll ever have the pleasure of meeting. And I'm not just blowing smoke. So yes, it is very heavy. It is if the Muramasa is our high output, it's a blade magnet pickup. So it's very even, compressed. It's like tight and immediate, and you know, it's that sort of sound.
Yep.
The Cauterizer has all of the power of that pickup, but without that like super compressed sound. So it's a very big, powerful, if the Muramasa, hence the name, is a blade, the Cauterizer is a sledgehammer.
Yeah, that's a good, you know.
Put that on a t-shirt.
That's a good description.
Like, comment, subscribe
yeah.
for the Cauterizer.
Should we talk about these?
Yeah, let's do it. So the last sort of full circle bit of what we do, we've talked about the USA Made stuff in the USA series and the Heritage series. We've talked about the Select series stuff, including Select Customs.
Yep.
And then we also have our Standard series. So the Standard series also made overseas, similar to the Select series. And they are essentially the same spec, same core spec without the bells and whistles. So you probably won't find things like binding or like triple binding on the bodies like we do on the Espada Ambience.
Right.
Or like wacky, you know, like you might not find an Evertune. You might, although we have done Standard series Evertunes, but we try and keep the spec pretty chill. And Joe's playing one.
Yep.
So this is a Standard series thicket from last year. It has a bit of custom tweak to it. We did some hybrid hardware and changed the pickguard just for funsies. And they rip. I'll let Joe riff on that one for a bit because it sounds really great. Tasty.
Yeah.
We are in the tasty zone.
And this specific thicket has our feral humbucker, so it's kind of
Yes.
like a middle ground, hotter PAF, hotter than our evergreen humbucker, which is our lowest output humbucker we offer. So around 12.5 K resistance, Alnico 5 magnet.
Yep.
These have the cool chrome foil covers just to give it a more retro look. Like Jake said, we did change a few things on this one just to have some fun with it for the live stream. So this is a 1-ply matte black pickguard, black saddles, chrome bridge, black knobs, black tuning buttons, and nut and washer on chrome posts. So yeah, it's cool. 25.5-inch scale, alder body, roasted maple neck, roasted maple fingerboard, stainless steel frets, locking tuners, Graph Tech Tusk nut, and push-pull on the tone to split the humbuckers into single coils, 3-way switch. Yeah, it's a lot of guitar for the money.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid descriptor of the standard series specifically. You're still getting roasted woods, like roasted maple neck, roasted maple fingerboard. You're still getting stainless steel frets. You're still getting locking tuners. You're getting our pickups. You're getting coil splits. Like it's
still QC'd in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we still do the QC work. It's not like they just magically appear. So they're totally giggable, tourable, like workhorse guitars, just without the bells and whistles. And then in some case, they do have the bells and whistles.
And maybe this one will find its way onto the site for the sale.
Ooh, that wouldn't be bad. I also like the hybrid hardware. That's something we haven't done on a production series, but if you want to see that, let us know, because I'm kind of into it.
Yeah, you can do it in the Select Custom series, but yeah, we haven't done it in the production stuff yet.
Yeah, and it's definitely a, it is an entry point for Balaguer, like price-wise. Let's say it's about $1,000, but it's professional, tourable, the spec that you need for a guitar to be reliable and good, and like that's all there.
Yeah,
which you often don't find for that amount of money. Like
Quinn from Royal Tusk.
Yep.
There's also a bunch of other artists besides him who tour the standard series guitars.
Yep.
And Kyle Carter. Yeah, Kyle Carter has a Diablo 7-string baritone standard series guitar. Yep. And they're great modding platforms as well. Like they come ready to go for you. Like we spec'd out to kind of like what we would want in a production guitar at this price point. But because you're spending, $900 to $1,100 or something like that on a guitar like this, you're getting a roasted maple neck, you're getting stainless steel frets, you're getting locking tuners. Yeah. Maybe you want to put your own pickups in it or whatever. And that's kind of, the whole ethos, the whole idea around the standard series is to offer something like that. Yeah.
Brandon says, doesn't Tyler from State Champs have a red standard thicket?
Yes,
he does.
You are correct.
Yeah, and he put his own pickups in it, actually.
He did.
Which is a shout out because that's exactly what Joe's talking about. They're really sort of hearkening back to the original roots of Balaguer, where we were looking at, these are production guitars, people are modding them. How do we get that? How do we do that for you with the Balaguer secret sauce, right? This is the guitar without the changes made, and then you can do what you want to it. It's a great place to start. And then up into the Select series, made overseas, but basically just more spec, more stuff that elevate it to the next tier, next level of what you get with the guitar. And there, as a result, there's more variety typically. And then Select Customs, do whatever the hell you want. We're in for it. We've had some amazing builds come through over the years, and we still do. Like I said earlier, Dylan has an insane build in the queue, more than one, and we're super stoked. John Lucas is crazy. John Vogel has one in the queue. Just killer builds that we're always looking forward to seeing. And then all the way up to the USA-made stuff, right? I mean, we do USA production stuff in batches where we'll do core runs of like 24 of a particular guitar. Right now, that's the Seraph Modern. We've done the Espadas before.
Yep.
We're doing the Seraph Modern this year, which are still available for pre-order, by the way. They are almost sold out, but there are some of the finishes and string counts.
Yeah.
We're doing a 6-string, every finish in every option. So 6s and 7s come in 3 different finishes.
Mm-hmm.
The 6s are 25.5-inch scale. The 7s are 27-inch scale,
Yep.
which the 7-string USA Seraph Modern is such a sick guitar. 27-inch roasted flame maple neck and fingerboard, custom paint, Hipshot Ibby bridge. Like, man, they're just like so ripping.
Fission
humbuckers, yeah, they're so cool. And then the heritage stuff, which is full custom, one at a time, all USA made. And yeah, it's, top to bottom, that's really what we do. And we wanted to take an opportunity to sort of re-explain that and answer any questions early on in the process. Joe has, since long before I or anyone else was around, put a lot of effort into designing and from the ground up building what we do to, be unique for us as a company, but also for you as a player. We're happy to say that while there are other brands that we share the spotlight with, and we're happy to, because there are a lot of great brands out there.
Yep.
What we do is unique, and the shapes are unique, the designs are unique, and yeah, just check them out. Go to the builder, go to the online configurator. We're sorry in advance for your addiction, because once you start, it's tough to stop. Yeah. But do it, check it out, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Join the Facebook discussion group. We're always posting stuff in there, talking about spec, talking about future production runs, what people want, so that, it's collaborative. And that's how it's always been, and that's how it'll always be with us.
That's a huge part of what we have built over the years, is just having a strong community of like-minded musicians, customers, people who are interested.
Yeah.
So yeah, Facebook discussion group is a great place to start getting involved in that whole atmosphere. Yeah. Even if you just want to poke around and lurk and read all the threads and stuff, it's totally cool.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually we'll have, even more community-based stuff like a Discord or something like that. So
we hope so.
Yeah, this has been great. And I think, the future live streams will probably get a bit more specific as we start getting more episodic here.
Yeah.
But I think this is a great way to, introduce ourselves to the YouTube community.
Yeah.
And
yo, Kenny, what's up? Ken Blum, longtime supporter, sick guitarist.
Oh, what's up, Ken?
The Man in the Machine, his band out of Philly.
Yeah.
Awesome dude, awesome stuff.
That's right.
His art is also insane, by the way.
When are you going to come hang out at the shop, dude?
Yeah, come on, man.
We're waiting.
Kai says, my custom is the Jake Trowbridge signature with a pick guard add-on.
Nice.
Yeah, appreciate that.
He has 24 frets, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm definitely...
You got the old man version.
I'm a 22 fret boy. I don't know what happened. I grew up playing 22 fret guitars, and I never really... I have 24 frets on my ether because it has to, and I want it to.
It's
like,
a V.
It's shreddy. It should, right?
Yeah.
My 7-string has 24 frets. But other than that, no, I'm more of a 22 fret dudio. But shout out. And Kenny, thanks for dropping in, man. But like Joe said, this is going to continue to be an episodic thing. So if there's anything you want us to talk about or goofball questions, we could have done a whole I almost said podcast. We could have done a whole live stream.
What?
About John Vocal's question about what we like about tone woods. And we probably will end up doing a live stream specifically about tone woods and what we think is true and not true, and where the reality of all of that stuff is.
Yeah. Drop some ideas in the comments.
Yeah, definitely drop us some ideas. We'll continue to goof off. We are fortunate to have lots of cool stuff like the quad cortexes and all this. So we'll do different tones. It won't always be metal. We'll mix it up. Well, if Joe had his way, it would always be metal.
No, that's not true.
Well, that's not true at all. Joe has great taste in music. Great taste in metal music. And we'll be sure to go through everything. So you'll hear different tones from us over time. But if there's anything specific you want us to talk about that we might not think about, drop it in the comments. We're always reading that stuff. Join the Facebook discussion group. Drop it there. If you ever have any questions, you can always DM us, Instagram, Facebook, wherever,
info@BalaguerGuitars.com.
info@BalaguerGuitars.com is
like,
our
comment, subscribe.
like, comment, subscribe is our is our new tagline. And that website or that email address goes directly to us. We always reply as quickly as we can within a day or so. So be sure to hit us up if you have any questions. And I'm going to lightning round these last bunch of questions, and then we're going to shut it down for the day. It's been an amazing Friday for us, and we hope for you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's see. Kai says, Joe's spec memory never fails to blow my mind. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Joe has the memory of an elephant. And like, he'll remember guitars from 5 or 6 years ago without even looking up the spec. He'll remember who ordered it, what the spec was. It's insane and should be bottled for posterity. Kenny, soon, got to find a day I want. Kids are back in school next week. Oh yeah, school started. That's right. So that's true.
Yep.
But yes, bring the kids, dog. It's all good.
Yeah, go for it.
Brandon, shop tour. Ooh, good shout. Whether just a video, not necessarily a live stream. Yeah, we're definitely going to do it. We finally got the studio set up, and the other room is 80% of the way there.
It's getting there for sure.
So yeah, it will definitely be a thing we do eventually. Mm-hmm. Kai says, would love to see a builder run through talking about why you pick certain specs. That could be fun. We could screen share that or something.
Yeah.
I'd be totally into that. So yeah, we will definitely do that. That's a good one. Ken says alder body Wingate neck. Shout out. Yeah, Wingate neck's a popular one. A lot of people like it. Kenny's got a build with a Wingate neck. And yeah, it's definitely a unique feel, unique sound. Super cool stuff. And it's beautiful to look at. Mario, JP2C versus Mark V. Let the fist fight begin. Dog, for me, it ain't a fist fight.
That ain't a fist fight.
JP2C knockout, drag out.
Yeah,
all day long.
For sure.
I like the Mark V. I mean, we've had every Mark Series amp except for a Mark 7 in the shop. There's a Mark 4 right behind me. You can see it right there.
Which is for sale.
Which is for sale. Call if you want it. Talk to Joe. We've had Mark 2C pluses. We've had Mark 2Bs, Mark 2C pluses, Mark 3s, Mark 4s, Mark 5s, JP2Cs, everything except for a Mark 7.
Yeah, that's the only one we haven't had in here.
Which I do want to check out, but I can't imagine an amp being better than the JP2C overall. It's just so good.
John Petrucci knows his stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing. Also, shout out to Neural. If you use Archetype Petrucci or the 2C Plus suite, for the record, after owning both of those amps and playing many iterations of each of them, just do it. If that's the tone you want to explore, get Archetype Petrucci if you want those types of tones, or get the 2C Plus.
Yeah.
So good. So yeah, not a fist fight in my opinion. JP2C taking the cake. We're going to riff a bit. We'll fade out. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. This is always a blast. We're stoked to be on YouTube with it and have everyone come hang. Yep. Hope everyone has a great weekend. If you're in the States, a great Labor Day weekend. Yeah. Friendly reminder, we have a Labor Day sale going on from right now until the midnight on Monday. 10% off everything 10%. On the website. That includes select customs. Yep. No options are off limits. Go embarrass yourself and let us revel in your glory. And until then,
work hard, riff hard.
Work hard, riff hard. We hope that everyone has a great weekend, and we will see everyone soon.
Adios.
Thank you again, muchachosa.